Late High Chief Sir Obiechina Chibuzo Mbaekwe on the the 20th day of March 1966 into the noble family of late High Chief Sir Erasmus Mbaekwe Ichie Olumiri and Lady Grace Mbaekwe Odoziaku of Umurogidi in Idemili North Government Area of Anambra State, Nigeria. He was the first son and first child of the illustrious Mbaekwe family, a lineage deeply rooted in industry, integrity, and Christian values. He married his wives, Lady Ifeoma Mbaekwe from the family of late Mr. John Chiegbu and Mrs. Josephine Chiegbu from Azu Ogbunike in Oyi local government area of Anambra State in the year 2001, and their union was blessed with four children, though one is late. Early life and education. From an early age, young Obiechina, fondly called Obi by family and friends, displayed exceptional intelligence, discipline, and a rare sense of leadership. He began his primary education at the Queen of the Niger Primary School, Onitsha, after which he proceeded to the prestigious Christ the King College, CKC, Onitsha, though he did part of his secondary education at both Oroku Boys and finished from Orifite Boys, where he distinguished himself both academically and socially. Driven by an enduring passion for oratory and current affairs, he began his tertiary education at the Institute of Management and Technology, IMT, Enugu, with the hope of becoming a world's favorite journalist. Career and business life. In the progress of his tertiary education, his dad, the respected Ichie Ogidi, a renowned business mogul, had to step down from his MD position due to medical necessity. This unexpected transition meant Obi immediately joined the family empire. Under his father's guidance, Obi began his tutelage in trade, retail, and enterprise management, fields in which he would later leave an indelible mark. Through diligence, discipline, and resilient spirit of innovation, Obi rose to the position of managing director of the family's vast chain of businesses, spanning legendary retail and superstores, haulage and logistics, and later oil and gas. When his father's health began to decline, Obi seamlessly stepped into his shoes and expanded the business frontier. Alongside his younger brother, Chief Chinedu Mbaekwe, and under the blessings of their father, he consolidated the family's commercial legacy. He later founded and successfully managed Erasin Oil Limited and Aflane Limited, both thriving enterprises with sales terminals strategically located in Ogidi and Onitsha. His astuteness, integrity, and foresight made him a towering figure in the oil and gas sector, earning him the admiration of the business associates, the likes of late Senator Ifani Oba, CEO, Capital Oil and Gas Industries Limited, and competitors alike. He also founded and managed Hobnobber International Limited and other thriving business ventures. Worthy of note is the fact that when he took over the mantle of managing the family business at his young age, he stepped into his father's shoes and also supported his younger siblings both financially and otherwise, a continuation of family tradition. High Chief Obi Mbekwe's philanthropy was second only to his father's, not in scale, but in its profound reflection of a family tradition of service. He not only followed in his father's footsteps within the church, but also carried the torch of compassion into the wider community. The foundations bearing his parents' names served as a powerful tribute to the values that he lived out every day through his generosity. High Chief Sir Obiechina Chibuzo Mbekwe's story is a testament to the power of a life dedicated to faith, family, and extraordinary generosity, leaving a lasting legacy in the hearts of the community and all who knew him. High Chief Sir Obiechina Chibuzo Mbekwe's philanthropy was a cornerstone of his life, a magnificent extension of the legacy of his parents. High Chief Sir Erasmus Obiechina Mbaekwe and Lady Grace Chikodili Mbaekwe, through the foundations established in their names, his charitable efforts expanded far beyond the essential provision of food and school fees, touching numerous lives and leaving an indelible mark on his community. Personality and character/social life. Late High Chief Sir Obi Mbaekwe was an extraordinary personality, fearless, outspoken, and uncompromising in his pursuit of truth. He was a man of deep convictions, known to speak his mind boldly regardless of whose interest was affected. His friends and contemporaries revered him for his honesty, courage, and fairness in all matters, even in controversy. He was also an orator of rare eloquence, a quintessential socialite, and a cheerful philanthropist who found joy in uplifting others. Many remember him as a man who never turned his back on anyone in need, a helper, mentor, and bridge builder whose generosity transcended family and community lines. He particularly supported several Ogidi youths through schools. Likewise, a lot of older people, indigents, and widowed members of Ogidi and beyond. He was a member of several prestigious social clubs and associations, including Ikeja Country Club, FHA Club, a patron of Committee of Fathers Club, and Onitsha Recreational Club. He loved playing lawn tennis, and he distinguished himself in tournaments in both Ikeja Country Club and FHA Club. He was an impeccably dressed gentleman, which endeared him to many. He was a voracious newspaper and other well-written literary works reader cum analyst. You cannot write about Sir Obi's personality without penning down his love for good cuisines, both local and international dishes, as he sure has a good taste bud and will readily praise the chef in addition. Faith and service to God. A devout Christian, Sir Obi Mbaekwe was a dedicated member of the Anglican Communion, where he was inducted into the knighthood of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, the Order of the Knight of St. Christopher, in recognition of his faith, service, and contributions to the growth of the Church. Through the High Chief Sir Erasmus Obiechina Mbaekwe and Lady Grace Chikodili Mbaekwe Foundations, High Chief Mbaekwe's scholarship programs created profound impact and resonated deeply with individual students and broader community. These scholarships went far beyond simple financial aid, removing barriers that allowed promising young people to achieve success they otherwise could not have imagined. He remained steadfast in his service to God through the Zephaniah Mbaekwe Family Foundation, continuing the family's long-standing tradition of faith, charity, and dedication in God's vineyard. He was raised in Ebenezer Anglican Church, his parents' church. He grew and became a devout member, serving in various committees, including the Harvest Committee. He later pioneered the establishment, continued fundraising, and building of Emmanuel Anglican Church, Ogidi, a new church birthed from Ebenezer Anglican Church, Ogidi. His spiritual devotion at Emmanuel Anglican Church was marked by his immense support for its development. The foundation's contributions were instrumental in financing the construction and development of the church, bringing it to its current magnificent state. This act of service fortified not only a physical structure, but also the spiritual heart of the community. Chieftaincy and community leadership. Following the glorious passing of his father, late Chief Sir Erasmus Mbaekwe Ichiorimiligidi in 2016, Obi was invested with his father's prestigious traditional title, Orimiligidi, by Igwe pharmacist Alex Ozonido, Igwe Ezechomaya of Ogidi Kingdom, and was formally admitted into the Ogidi Ichie dynasty, a revered council of titled men dedicated to preserving the customs and leadership heritage of Ogidi Kingdom. He was a member of the Igwe in council until his death. In this capacity, he continued to champion community development, youth empowerment, and peace building, leaving behind a legacy of humility, wisdom, and noble service. He was also a great town unionist and a member of Ogidi Union until his death. Final years and transition. With relentless courage and unwavering spirit, late High Chief Sir Obiechina Chibuzo Mbekwe battled a kidney-related ailment with remarkable faith and resilience. Surrounded by love and prayers, he eventually answered the call to eternal rest after a protracted illness. Though his passing left a deep void in the hearts of his family, friends, and community, his life remains a shining example of integrity, excellence, and godly service. Family. He is survived by his beloved wife, Lady Ifoma Obi Mbekwe, three wonderful children, Mona Chimso, Chidumebi, and Chinemelu, and eight siblings, as well as extended family, friends, and associates who continue to celebrate his remarkable legacy. A life well lived. Late High Chief Sir Obiechina Chibuzo Mbekwe, even though he died, still as a young, vibrant man, lived a life of purpose, discipline, and divine favor. He will be remembered as a doting and intentional husband and father, a visionary entrepreneur, a man of faith, and a noble leader whose light will continue to shine through the lives he touched.